Today is Monday, Parashat Tetze. The parasha of this week includes in it so many mitzvot that cover so many aspects of life. I'll give just a couple or three examples. One of the mitzvot is safety in building, like building safety. Yeah, of course, today we have building inspectors that verify that all the rules of safety are observed in construction. But this is Torah. Our Holy Torah gives us indication by saying that if you have a flat roof, make sure that there is a wall that surrounds the roof so that nobody should by mistake fall off the roof. And that in itself, that mitzvah of la'asot ma'akeh legagecha, of making a fence around your flat roof, is a mitzvah that covers every aspect of safety, whether it is a wet floor that you should put a note there for people to be careful so they shouldn't slip, or a handrail as you're going down the stairs. Even without the rules and the laws that govern building safety, we have those halachot from the Torah to make sure that we don't put anybody at risk, whether it's in a building or in any situation where somebody would not be privy to the risks, might by mistake fall and hurt themselves. So that's one of the mitzvot in the parasha of this week. Another mitzvah is to pay employees on time. So important to pay employees on time that the halacha is, of course, it's based on when you agree. If you pay him on a daily basis, then you pay him on that day, and not the next day, but the same day that he worked, and within a few hours of him finishing his work. If you pay him weekly, then you'll be on the date that you agreed to, because he's counting on that money. But there's an interesting halakha that has to do with Shabbat. Shabbat, you're allowed to start your Shabbat earlier. Let's say in the summertime, especially in those areas in the northern hemisphere that Shabbat comes in very late. You know, you have countries that Shabbat comes in even at 11 or 10:30 at night. Or even here in Los Angeles, when Shabbat comes in like closer to 8 o'clock, many synagogues start their prayers on Friday night early, like 6:30 or 7, and they finish the prayer of Arvit of Shabbat while it's still daylight, and Shabbat has not started for the whole world except for that person. He started Shabbat early, he accepted the laws of Shabbat. From the moment that he accepted Shabbat on him, he's obligated to follow all the halachot that pertain to Shabbat, as if Shabbat had started for the whole world. Well, but there is an exception. If after he finished praying Arvit and he already accepted Shabbat on himself, and all the laws applied to him of Shabbat, he remembers that he has not paid an employee that he owes money to for that week, the halacha is he is allowed, and he should go and pay that employee, because that halacha is halacha from the Torah to pay them on time. That would supersede the fact that he wanted to start Shabbat earlier than what it is for the whole world. Another example of halachot that are mentioned in the parasha of this week is the halacha of accurate weights and measures. You know, there are these offices that are government offices that go to make sure to different retailers, whether it's a gas station or a supermarket, to make sure that their weights are electronic gauges, etc. Everything is calibrated correctly, that a gallon of gas that you get is really a gallon of gas and not less. And that when a supermarket weighs for you vegetables a pound, it's really a pound and not less. These are government offices today that regulate this, but this is actually a Torah commandment. One of the mitzvot of the Torah is to make sure that your weights are accurate. And that's something that is an important mitzvah, because if they're not properly calibrated or properly, the weight is not correct. If you want to do teshuvah after a person used the wrong type of weights and they were not accurate, part of doing teshuvah is making whole the person that you've harmed or cheated or took away something that you shouldn't have. So you sold gallons of gas that were missing a couple of percent of them. Go and find all the people that did not get the full gallon to reimburse them that difference. It will be practically impossible. So this is a mitzvah to be very careful with. Of course, if a person does teshuvah and he didn't have the right weights, and what should he do? Since he cannot find the people, he should give that money to community causes that will benefit the whole community. Included in that will be the people that he needs to pay back what he took from them inappropriately. So this is one other example of one of the mitzvot in the parasha of this week, and as you can see, it covers so many aspects of life. And that's what Torah is about. It's a manual for life. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen.